Top 5 deadliest animals in the Appalachian Mountains versus the Amazon rainforest. Starting with number 5. In the 5th place, 2 small arachnids deliver a venomous punch far beyond their size: the Appalachian black widow and the Amazon Brazilian wandering spider. The black widow, found in woodpiles and sheds from Georgia to West Virginia, produces a venom with an LD50 of just 0.2 milligrams per kilogram, 15 times more potent than most rattlesnakes by weight. Each spider yields barely a milligram of venom, yet that is enough to send victims into hours of muscle cramps and autonomic chaos. Every year, between 1,500 and 2,000 black widow bites are reported in the United States, with about 12% occurring in the Appalachian region. Medical response is swift, and fatalities are now rare, but a 2018 case in West Virginia still made headlines when a hiker required hospitalization after a bite near Beckley. South of the equator, the Brazilian wandering spider stalks the Amazon forest floor and sometimes slips into banana shipments bound for distant ports. Its venom is even more formidable, an LD50 of 0.03 milligrams per kilogram, nearly 10 times deadlier than the black widows. In the Amazon, 200 to 300 people are bitten each year, often in remote villages where antivenom is scarce. The fatality rate here ranges from 2 to 4%, a stark reminder of the risks when medical care is hours away. In 2021, a Miami quarantine made national news after inspectors found wandering spiders in imported fruit. While both spiders rarely kill, their neurotoxins can paralyze or overwhelm the body's systems in minutes. For anyone working in a woodpile or unpacking fruit crates, the lesson is simple: gloves on, eyes open, and respect for the smallest threats nature has to offer. Number 4 brings 2 snakes whose venom rewrites the rules of survival: the timber rattlesnake of the Appalachians and the fer de lance of the Amazon. The timber rattlesnake, coiled beneath fallen leaves or sunning on rocky ledges, delivers one of North America's most potent hemotoxins. Its venom, with an LD50 of 0.07 milligrams per kilogram, can cause rapid blood clotting, tissue destruction, and internal bleeding. Adult snakes can inject between 40 and 120 milligrams in a single strike, enough to overwhelm a grown adult if not treated quickly. A now legendary case from 1975 Tennessee Roundup described a bite with a suspected 250 milligrams of venom, sending the victim into hours of hemorrhagic shock before antivenom could be administered. Today, fast emergency response and abundant crowfab antivenom keep fatalities rare in the region, but the threat remains real for hikers and field workers, especially in spring and early summer when snakes are most active. South of the equator, the fer de lance is a name that stirs fear in the Amazon basin. Its venom is even more fatal, with an LD50 of 0.04 milligrams per kilogram, packed with snake venom metalloproteinases that destroy blood vessels and muscle tissue. Typical bites deliver 40 to 80 milligrams, but even smaller doses can be lethal, particularly when medical care is hours away. In 2015, a nighttime strike on a 12-year-old boy in a remote Amazon village required multiple vials of antivenom and days of intensive care to save his life. The fer de lance is responsible for the majority of snakebite deaths in the Amazon, with seasonal peaks during the rainy months when snakes are drawn to flooded fields and village edges. Both snakes rely on camouflage and ambush, striking in defense or when startled. The difference lies in treatment access. Appalachian bites are often survivable thanks to rapid medical intervention, while Amazonian victims face dangerous delays. For anyone walking these forests, the lesson is clear. Watch your step, carry a flashlight at night, and never underestimate the silent power coiled in the shadows. Number 3 throws us into the water, where two ancient predators redefine what it means to be deadly. In Appalachian rivers and backwaters, the alligator gaur lurks beneath the surface, armored in bone-plated scales and built like a living torpedo. This fish can reach over 7 feet in length and packs a jawful of needle-sharp teeth, but its true danger comes from raw force. In 2022, a Tennessee fisherman learned this firsthand when a thrashing gaur snapped his wrist clean through, an injury usually reserved for car crashes, not fish fights. The gaur's skull is so dense that it shrugs off most hooks and even small-caliber bullets, making it one of the hardest freshwater animals to subdue. While fatalities are rare, the combination of power and unpredictability leaves a lasting impression on anyone who ventures too close. Across the Amazon, the electric eel takes a very different approach. Instead of brute force, it relies on electricity, up to 860 volts and a full ampere, enough to stun a caiman or knock a grown person off their feet. Indigenous Yanomami fishers have long respected the eel's defensive capabilities, sometimes using its shocks to drive fish into nets, but always keeping a safe distance. Each year, about 150 people in the Amazon basin report non-fatal shocks, mostly among river guides and tourists. While deaths are almost unheard of, the eel's ability to deliver repeated jolts, sometimes over 100 in a single encounter, can leave victims temporarily paralyzed or unable to swim, turning a routine swim into a struggle for survival. Both the alligator gaur and the electric eel remind us that water hides dangers far beyond venom. Whether it's a bone-breaking bite or a lightning bolt delivered underwater, these aquatic hunters add a new layer of risk to rivers and floodplains. For anyone casting a line or wading through murky shallows, awareness and respect are the best defenses against these silent, sudden threats. Coming to the top 3, two giants loom in the shadows. One is a familiar sight on Appalachian highways, the other a legend of Amazonian waterways. The white-tailed deer, graceful and unassuming, is the deadliest large animal in the United States, not by fangs or claws, but by sheer numbers on the road. Each year, collisions with deer cause around 440 human deaths nationwide, with the Appalachian corridor alone accounting for nearly 330 of those fatalities. Over 59,000 people are injured annually, and the carnage peaks in October when deer are most active. 32% of all crashes happen in that single month. The economic toll is staggering, with more than $2.5 billion in property and medical costs. For drivers, a flash of antlers at dusk can mean disaster in an instant. Across the equator, the green anaconda rules the Amazon's flooded forests. Stretching up to 20 feet and weighing as much as 250 kilograms, this snake is a physical powerhouse. Its method is silent and deadly, wrapping its coils around prey and applying a crushing force estimated at 1,500 psi, enough to stop a heartbeat in seconds. In 2019, rare footage captured a green anaconda cannibalizing a rival, underscoring its status as an apex constrictor. Human fatalities are rare, with fewer than 10 confirmed cases in the past 30 years, but the threat is all too real for anyone venturing into remote river channels. Tourists and local fishers are the most likely victims, especially during the rainy season when anacondas are on the move. The contrast is stark. The white-tailed deer culls by accident, turning everyday commutes into a game of chance, while the green anaconda kills by design, a master of ambush and strength. One is a statistical killer hiding in plain sight. The other is a living relic whose power is felt only when it's too late. Vigilance, whether behind the wheel or in a canoe, can mean the difference between life and death. And finally, in first place, two apex predators stand as living symbols of power and fear: the black bear of the Appalachians and the jaguar of the Amazon. The black bear, often seen foraging along ridgelines or lumbering through backyards, commands respect with its size and unpredictable strength. While black bear attacks on humans are rare, their boldness is increasing as development pushes deeper into their habitat. In 2020, a viral video captured a bear swatting a flashlight from a hiker's hand, a reminder that even a seemingly benign encounter can escalate in an instant. Black bears shape entire forest ecosystems, dispersing seeds and controlling prey populations, their presence woven into the Appalachian landscape for millennia. Across the equator, the jaguar reigns as the undisputed top predator of the Amazon, with a bite force measured at nearly 1,500 pounds per square inch, strong enough to puncture turtle shells and crush skulls. The jaguar hunts with silent precision. Its method is swift and final. A single bite to the back of the head, severing the spine or piercing the brain. Between 2000 and 2020, official records in Brazil confirm 30 fatal jaguar attacks, most occurring in remote communities where the forest edge meets farmland. Unlike the black bear, the jaguar's reputation is built not on frequency, but on the certainty of its lethality when it strikes. Both animals hold keystone roles in their environments. The black bear's foraging shapes the Appalachian undergrowth, while the jaguar's predation keeps Amazonian herbivore populations in check. Each serves as a barometer for the health of their respective ecosystems. For humans, the danger they pose is not just physical, but psychological. A reminder that in these wild places, we are visitors, not rulers. Whether it's a bear's sudden charge or the jaguar's silent ambush, the lesson is clear. Respect the apex, and never let your guard down in the kingdom of predators. Across all 10 deadly contenders, one truth stands out. Danger adapts to its environment. Whether it's stealthy venom in the Appalachians or brute force in the Amazon, survival shapes killers in unexpected ways. Nature's threats are never just about size, they're about the world that made them. Which would you rather face?